We're going to click on Wix.com. You want to go ahead and bookmark it. Just go to bookmarks, go to bad bookmark. You probably already know how to do this. Name it Wix. You can add it. I don't need to. It's already saved on mine. What you want to go ahead and do, you go to the login screen. JoseBorrego3 at hotmail.com. His password is DIEHARD12. Go ahead and click on that. Yeah, go ahead and say password, that's fine. Comes to this one site right here, it's going to say Wix. This is the Manage My Site Biomedico. You're going to see Edit Site. You're going to click on that. This is the preview website. If you look over here, it's that button right here, preview. This is where the website looks when it's published. This is the home menu, home button, the products menu. There's about 11 on here. It's all in Spanish, but you'll understand it, acrylics, adhesives, and so on. The way this is set up in the preview menu, it's like you're navigating it like a regular website. But you can't make any changes on it. What we want to do is we need to edit some of these things. So we're going to go back to editor over here. And so now we're back to the editor, and we can click on stuff and we can fix. What I'm going to be focusing on is uploading products. So to navigate this website under the home menu, we can't just click on home and get sent back. It's not going to work. You click on home, a menu pops up that you can change stuff. The way you navigate under the edit is over here. You have this drop down menu. You have home products, acrylics, adhesives, the whole thing. So let's go ahead and let's go back to acrylics. This is the page. Well, just to show you how it works, we go to adhesives. We'll go to another page. Let's go back to acrylics. Okay, I already uploaded two items on here. What we're going to be doing is we're just going to be transferring items from Pearson's website to ours. So let's go ahead and open up another tab, press Command T, or you could of course press the arrow, the little add button over here, but once you get used to using the command button, because we're going to be using it a lot. Let's go ahead and type Pearson Dental. You're going to want to go ahead and add that bookmark as well, and just name it like some Pearson. Let's go product name acrylic. Let's go ahead and search. Okay, if we look on the website, I've already uploaded Astron and also Malopast. Now look under acrylic, you can see all these different products and all the different categories for acrylics. I mean, best case scenario, we're going to add everything on here. And under each one of these things, they even have submenus. Like for instance, okay, these are acrylic points, but then you have two extra things over here. On some of them, if we let's say click on this one, there's even more submenus. And you click on one of them, and it provides even more products. So ideally we're going to add everything, but one at a time. Let me pull out over here. So we click on the first one. We're going to go ahead and do with acrylic points. First thing we need to do is let's move the window out here. We're going to need to save the picture. So we put it out here to the side. You're going to click on that. On the right, the title underneath, and it goes blue. You click it again, and now we're going to go ahead and change. We can go ahead and retitle that. So we're going to name it acrylic points, and we want to use this title over here. Okay, so then we just press enter. It saves it. We're done. Let's move this back over here. Let's go back to Wix. Now we need to open up the store manager on here. So I'm going to go ahead and double click within right over here. Out in the, basically, it needs to be within this square. You follow the mouse, this square right here. Don't click on any of these, because if you click on one of these, it'll bring up that specific. Or maybe you could. But we'll double click out here, go to Manage Store. Now what we're going to do is add product. Okay. Now we have a product title, a price. We need to add the photo. We need to add an overview, details, the retail price, and then the weight of the item. Um, Real quick, a weird thing about this, one of the only problems I have using this web engine is that you're gonna have this right over here, like a scroll, and then you have one over here as well. So you're gonna like, if I'm up here, I can't get down to the save menu on this thing unless I come over here and pull this thing all the way down. Just to give you a heads up, it's a little frustrating. But once you get the hang of it, it should be a breeze. Okay, so let's work on the product title. Come back over to Pearson. Let's go ahead and select this. Command C, copy that. Go back to the Wix. Come to the product title. Command V, let's paste it. Space it, and then I want you to go back. Now, under each of these products, you're going to have usually a couple of sets. One is going to be, it's going to be different sizes, different numbers. Like on this one, we're looking at acrylic points assortments 15 through 40, box of 60. And then we're looking at acrylic points assortments 45 to 80, box of 60. Sometimes the only difference is going to be like, this is going to be like a box of 60, and this will be a box of 120. You always want to go for the cheaper one to just go ahead and put it up there, because doctors in Mexico, they're going to go for the cheaper brands. In this case, we're going to need to probably go ahead and upload both of them. For the meanwhile, let's go ahead and pick the cheaper one. We need to get the item number. This is the item number is going to help us be able to place the order with Pearson. So go ahead and press Command C. We copied that. Let's go back over here. We're going to place it right over here next to the title. Now it's really important that you get the right, the right item number to go with the right description. So since we picked the second one, and it's $19.95, we need to make sure that we stay consistent with this information. This one right here, the 45 to 80, this item number and this price. Make sure you don't, confuse these two products, because then, they're going to place the order and they're going to get the wrong item, and it's going to just be a total mess up. So we got the acrylic points, we got that. The price over here is, the cheap one is $19.50. Now we need to add 30% to this price because we're marking up the item, okay? So what you can do is you bring up your calculator. The best way to do that here is put all 4 fingers on the mouse track, the trackpad, and you just swipe to the side, and it brings this up. So, and then you can go ahead and do the opposite way. You can swipe it to the left, and it brings it back in. So we're looking at $19.50. Swipe to the side, press $19.50. We're going to multiply that. If you want, just add the 0, just so, times 0.3. That's 30%. That comes out to $5.85. So $5.85 plus $19.50. $5.85. $19.50. The price is going to be $25.35. So let's go back. Click over here. Price is going to be $25.35. $25.35. This is going slow because I'm walking you through the whole thing, but once you get the hang of it, I mean, it just really flies. Okay, so let's go. Next step, we got to add the photo. Click on Add Photo. It's not going to be here. We need to upload the image. Click on Upload Image. The reason why I save it to the desktop is that I can just go ahead and click here, Desktop, and it'll bring it up for me. You might want to clean your desktop before you get started. That way your desktop will just be filled with these acrylic points. You could create your own folder, go in there and create a folder and under Documents, and then you could find it somewhere in here, but I just do it on desktop. It's a lot easier. So we have the acrylic points. We're going to go ahead and click on that. We're going to choose. It pops up. It's right there. Select that. Go over, Add Image. There it is. There's your image. Let's go back over here. Now remember, we're picking this bottom one over here. The next step we need to do is add an overview. This is the summary. We're just copying and pasting. So you come over here. The summary is always going to be right here. And it goes with both of them. So we can go ahead and just copy this, Command C, come back over here, Command V. There it is. Let's go to details. Now for details, I like to use this part right here. Remember, it's the second item, so we're going to go ahead and copy this bottom part. Command C, Command V. There that is. Okay. Now retail price. The retail price is we want to show that our price, the $25.35, is cheaper than the retail price. So just add, like, if it's $25.35, add like $3, or be inventive, be creative. So instead of $25.35, we'll say that it's 30. Try to always go for like an even number, something like raise it up towards substantial. $30. The weight of this, well, you know that if you're just looking at this, you can tell this probably gonna be like maybe 1/10 of a pound. So we come back over here, we do the weights, and that we just put the point, like 1/10 of a pound, and we save the product. Okay, there it is. So we come back over here, back to editor. We click on that, and there's our product, and that was it. So when we click on preview, remember preview is basically going to, let me go back to that. Click back back to editor. The preview button is over here. You click on that when you're done, if you want to. I mean, you can, just to double check, you come down here and then you can click on that. And now look at everything's on here: the order number, the description, what our price is, and then you can go ahead and click add to cart. The customer can, and they'll be totally set. If you look over here, sometimes the retail price won't show up. For some reason, the retail price has a tendency of not showing up. You have to double check. If you look over here, you can see the retail prices down here where they've been marked out. So we're going to go ahead and double click. Oh, I'm sorry. We need to go back to editor because right now it's in the preview mode. There's nothing we can do. Go back to editor. Double click in the screen. Let's go to manage store. Let's go to the acrylic point. We're going to click on this arrow. If you ever need to go back and edit or change something, you go back, click on this arrow, takes us back to this thing. Look at that. See, the retail price isn't there. And you're going to see that does happen a lot. So always double check on that. 30. Let's scroll this thing. Remember these two things, they drive me crazy. Let's go ahead and save the product. Let's go back to the editor. And there it is, 30. So let's go back over here, preview, to see it like it would be a regular website. Click on that. Let's click on this. Okay, ooh, and you can see the retail price over here on the side. So that's basically it. Alrighty, when you're done, you're going to go ahead and go back to editor. Remember, this is really important. You always need to save your work, because if you put 20 items and you don't save your work, you don't get the $20. So you need to always go back to editor, press save. Please note changes you've made are still not live online. That's fine because the website's not published. So let's go ahead and just click OK. All right, it's saved. Now, when you want to get out, you just go ahead and X. It's going to say, are you sure you want to leave this page? Yes, leave page. Okay, you're done. And then you can go ahead and log out, and you're set. That's basically it.